This is a little exercise that you can do for yourself, and certainly do the same exercise with your horse, training the leading point being your foot this time for foot-eye coordination. Now I'm just going to walk over to the stable block there. Now my mind's already said, viewed, computed that there's very few obstacles in the way, and I can actually just walk over there without any mind or fear or balance problems. So I just step left, right, left, right. I can look around and I'm not going to lose my balance. Well, I hope I'm not going to. And I've walked over here very easily without any concept, any thought or any fear. Now I'm going to show you a little exercise that changes that. Now it's not as easy to see, but as the ground becomes a little bit more rougher, and here we're going into some sand, and some of the sand's going to give way under my foot. There's also a possibility of little rabbit holes. There's also possibilities of sticks. So I need to look down now and decide where my foot's going to go. And if I don't, then I'm at risk of having a fall or not having my foot in the correct placement for me to be able to balance. Now this is a little setup that I do for myself, and I certainly put my horses through this. Now I've just got 4 tyres with some gaps, and I'll show you the gaps. So they're quite big tyres, so there's plenty of room, and the blue tarp gives the horse something extra to look at, so they have to actually put their head down. Now as I walk through this, I'm going to look there and I'm going to step there. Then I'm going to look, where's my next step going to go? I'm going to choose it's going to be there. Then my next step is going to be there, and then my next step is going to be there. Now if I turn around and do that again, the more times I do that, the more times I am practicing and training my coordination of my eye to my leading point, which is my foot in this case. Now to be able to do that, I certainly need to be able to stand on one leg as I move my other leg through. Now if I get this wrong, I'm at risk of tripping. So if you've got a horse that is always set up in the beautiful arena, the paddock that's got nothing in it, and most of us do, then some obstacle training is really very valid to that horse. This is another one of my little setups. Pole training is certainly very popular and very valid, and many pole setups are so that the horse achieves a rhythm, a balance, a lift, and again once they've been through a number of times they achieve that. To challenge the horse for balance and for eye-foot coordination, what I do is change the distances. So here it's quite irregular. The horse has to step, same with me, I have to step in between. Then I've got something a little bit spooky to step on. I haven't stepped this out so it's rhythm. So I have to be able to set up and think where my feet go rather than have the setup that's already pre-set up so I don't have to think. So the more times you do these little exercises with yourself, you're training your own leading points, but the more times you set up difficult things for your horse, you're making him think for himself rather than you do all the work all the time. Very valid for cross-country horses.